Right, so welcome to my review of this Zanussi dual temperature 7 kilo condenser dryer with reverse connection. Actually, people might seen this before, they haven't. What you've actually seen is the ZDC37200, and the only difference is the updated dials at the top. Right, so that's it now. You can just sort of skip the video and it's exactly the same. But if you're really interested, you can watch the rest of this video. And it pretty much runs exactly the same, looks exactly the same, there's a few updates. So, right, so we're going to focus at the bottom first. Here's the bottom. We open the bottom here with, there's a button here. Flick it forward and we've got our water tank, which is brand new here, because the old water tank, its seal was missing at the back that connects, and like the ZDC37100 I have, this had also broken off, but that hadn't mattered. It's just the fact that the seal at the back let all the water flood onto the floor, or most of it anyway. And then we've got our condenser here. So when we put the condenser bottle back, we need to make sure that this yellow tab is about equal there, otherwise this door just won't shut. So here's the top. This is exactly the same as the ZDC37100. We've got, it's basically all timed, but the dial doesn't move once set. That's because it's running off a board, a module board, rather than like an actual mechanical timer. So we've got 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 110, 120, 125, 130, 135, 140 and 150 minutes drying selection. There's no sensor dry on this, but there is overdry protection, so once it reaches extra dry, it will kind of just go into cool down mode early. It doesn't necessarily work, but it's pretty nifty, I suppose, to have. So anyway, and then back off. So every time you switch the machine on, it will automatically select synthetic heat. So this is low heat. So it avoids accidentally pressing start with cotton high heat being too high. However, it's quite annoying because even once you've done a drying cycle, if you leave it on and then go to press start again, it will revert back to synthetic. Because once you open that door and reclose it, it goes back to synthetic every single time. So it's just something to be aware of when you're using this dryer. And obviously, if you're using this dryer and think it's taking too long, it's probably on synthetic heat, and that's why it's taking too long. So this button here operates synthetics and cotton high heat, and then this button here operates the delicate heat, which is synthetics low heat but intermittent. So it operates at around 35-40 degrees, synthetics around 50 odd, and cottons are way over 60, 65-70 degrees. Easy. When we press start, drying will light and will remain there until it ends. So as soon as the cycle's finished, this light will light up. It's also got the word anti-crease, that's because it's got an automatic 30-minute anti-crease cycle at the end. You can open the door at any time at this point. During this time, it will do tumbles intermittently to reduce the amount of creases forming within your laundry, which is really good and really effective, I find. You'll see that in action later on. And then finally, we've got three warning lights here. The condenser, for when that needs cleaning. We've got a filter light, which will light up pretty much at the end of every cycle, unless it detects otherwise, and it will stop mid-cycle, and this will light up. And then tank. So if the water tank gets full at any point, the machine will pause the drying cycle and that light will light up. It will not start until the water tank has been emptied and put back in. But soon as that tank is emptied, you put the tank back in, You don't even need to press start, it will automatically start for you. So it's pretty good that way. And then finally we've got our start pause light. You can pause the drying cycle at any point to check on your laundry. Alternatively, opening the door mid-cycle will pause the cycle. So here's our door. Now it's not actually closed at the minute, so to close and open we push here. We've got our activate your 3 parts of labour sticker on there, but I've tried peeling it off. It's quite old, and obviously for some bizarre reason the actual writing, the actual paper sticker itself is completely mashed on. The plastic film that went over this has just come off. I can get it off. I'm going to work on it and try and get it off. The condition wise this machine is not too bad cosmetically. It could be better. There's no dents though. Inside here we've got the door. Now this has had to be replaced as well. This is brand new, but what I find bizarre is that this is already starting to discolour. A lot of these will discolour over time, and it appears that this has started discolouring even after just about 6 months. Probably not even that. Yeah, I ordered this and replaced it, but the thing was, we used this dryer temporarily for about 3 months as our own. Inside we've got our filter there. And we've got a secondary filter at the bottom which also needs cleaning after every cycle. Now, periodically this could do with lifting up and these heat hoovering underneath as well. And then periodically the condenser also needs cleaning through. Right, so let's lift her up. Now this dries on a bit of a slant, so you have to forgive the door. It keeps the... It's actually on a good slant because actually it's slanting backwards, which is partly what you need. Right, so to decide how long we're going to put this on for, we need to know how much has been put in. I'd say around 5 or 6 kilo of the max load, and it's been pre-spun at 1400 RPM, so it shouldn't take too long. Also, we're drying sort of lighter cottons and synthetics, but we're not going to select synthetic heat. So for this, we're going to select 100 minutes. We're going to select cotton, and then we're going to press start. Right, so if we want to finish the cycle now, we will do this now for the next 25 minutes. So we don't, but because we're ready to take it out, we can just open the door. You'll get another beep to confirm. We'll take out the fluff from here. I'm going to take the filter out from the door here as well. Before we do anything else. So the nice thing is, because of this constant anti-crease phase, is that everything will be fluff free, crease free. Even these, they're a little bit creased, but for what they're made of, not too bad. There we go. So, looking at that, we've got about a third of a tank full there. So, what to give this dryer out of 10? Well, simply put it, 9 out of 10. There are the annoyances of this. Apart from having being quite a simple dryer to use, is of course, obviously, you always reset back to synthetic. That's one. The other downside is that tank's at the bottom, which is not too bad actually, and quite good if the dryer is stacked, but quite hard to get at if you have problems bending down. So not great for those people. However, as a dryer itself, it's quite quick, it's simple to use. I like the beeper, which you can also switch off. And yeah, overall, a quality build machine. You only get niggles with these. I rarely get heater problems, ever, or even motor problems. The only problems I seem to get is seals, such as this. This seal always seems to deteriorate over time. And like I said, that seal went missing on the bottom container, which is even more unusual, but even so, other than that, not bad actually, quite good machines. Right, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you again.